What's up guys, this is Kim from EinfachMachen. In this video I'd like to share with you how you can send reminders based on a date in a SharePoint list, so stay tuned. Okay, the use case came from a comment on our YouTube channel, and the person wants to send reminders 7 days after someone joins the company, so this is our entry date, and also 30 days after someone joins the country. There should be some kind of survey sent to the person. So this is what my employees list looks like. Quite simple. I have the name of the person, I have the date of birth, because I also send a reminder on the people's birthday, and I also have the entry date, so when did this person join my company. And the first thing we want to achieve with the Power Automate flow is send a reminder 7 days after this person joined our company, and we will have a look on how to do this right now. So in the first step, you go to Power Automate, create a new flow, and I would choose a scheduled flow, and I would give it a flow name. I would call it employees. SP is for SharePoint, so I know it's regarded to a SharePoint list, and I would just name it send reminder after entry date. And now I can choose how often I want to repeat it. I want to repeat it once a day, and I can choose a time when this flow should run, so 10 AM is fine for me, and I click on create. Okay, so the first step I will perform is initialize two variables, one for the reminder after 7 days and one for the reminder after 30 days. I will look for initialize variable, call this one var first reminder, make it a string. Here we can add the dynamic content, go to expressions, and then we need the addDays function, and we take the timestamp of today or now, and then minus 7 days, because we want to look for people who joined 7 days in the past, and click on OK, and that's basically our expression. But to query this, we want to only look at the date, not at the time, so we need the format datetime function or expression, and format this in the ISO format. So that's quite important that we have here the year, like 2023, the month, and the day. And now I will add a little note so that in the future I know what I did here, and also would rename this one. And I will copy this one to my clipboard, add a new step, and enter this and call it second reminder. And for this one, I don't want to send it after 7 days, but after 30 days. Was 30 days in the past, basically. Edit this comment, rename this to second reminder. Now we will perform a test on it. This looks pretty good. We have the 21st and the 29th of December from 2022. So these are our two dates that we need in our flow. And now we will query the data from the SharePoint list. Use the right list. In my case, it's called employees. So now I think there are multiple ways to query this data. The first two ways that come into my imagination that I put this condition in, so I query all the data and afterwards I create the condition, so that I only retrieve the rows which match one of my variables, where the entry date is 7 days in the past or 30 days in the past, and the other day would be using the ODATA query, so that only the items get queried that match the specific condition. And I will show you this way, putting it into an ODATA query. So I will enter my column here. It's called entry date. Depending on how you name your columns, this can be a bit confusing, because for example, if you put a blank space in here, then the technical name is basically entry date without the blank space. So if you did something like that, edit this column and have a look on the URL. There you have the, I think you can call it technical name or something like that. So we will put the entry date here, and then the first reminder, and put this in these little single quotation marks, I think it's called, like this. So let's perform the first test. So the first reminder is on the 21st of January, and this is the date where Marie Hansen joined our company. Did a mistake here, so I need to put the EQ, that's the basic expression for equals, so entry date equals var first reminder. So our entry date equals the 21st of January 2023. That's basically the expression in this case. Test it again, and now it should work. My flow ran successfully, and let's have a look on the data. There you can see entry date equals 2023 0121, and you can have a look on this by click to download. And now Marie should be in this data set, and there you can see it. There's Marie Hansen. So this works, and there's only one action that we need to perform additionally, because we want to query for the people who joined 7 days in the past, but also for the people who joined 30 days in the past. So we just put an or into this, and again query for entry date equals the second reminder. And if I did the math right, 30 days in the past should be the 29th of December 2022, and this is the date where Marvin Peters entered our company. So basically, when we test the flow in the next step, there should only 2 rows be retrieved, be queried. This is from Mary Hansen because she joined 7 days ago, our first condition, and the row from Marvin Peters who joined 30 days ago. And this third row from Kim Buske should not be queried because he joined already in 2020. So let's test this. And as you can see, we've got an error again. So what I forgot is put these single quotation marks around here. We will do this right now. And let's have a look on the output and look for Marie Hansen. There she is. And look for Marvin. There he is. So that's basically how to retrieve the data. Using these ODATA queries might look a bit confusing for someone who has never done this before, but in my mind I think that's the best way to do it, or one of the best ways to do it, because you only query the data that you really need. If you think about having a really large list of thousands of items, you query all this data because you don't have a filter query put into this get items action. So now we will use a condition to send our email based on this condition. This one is quite simple now. We will again use the entry date equals the first reminder. Then we will send the email for people who joined 7 days ago. And if this doesn't match, then we can always be sure that we just need to send the reminder for people who joined 30 days in the past, because we query this here only on data which is 7 days in the past, entry dates that are 7 days in the past or 30 days in the past. So I will send both emails to my email address just to show you how this works. Copy the text, enter a subject. Also paste the text in here, replace this with 30, save the flow, and now we will perform our test. So there should be 2 emails sent right now, one for Marie who joined 7 days ago and one for Marvin who joined 30 days ago. As you can see, our flow ran successfully. And let's have a look into our mailbox. And there you can see there are 2 emails, one for Marie because she joined 7 days ago, and one for Marvin because he joined 30 days ago. And now just to verify that this works properly, just let's change this to the 20th of January and this one to the 28th of December 2022. So in this case there should be no email and no data be queried from our flow. Edit this again, click on test this one, and as you can see our flow runs successfully, but also as you can see there is no data in it. We can click on download, so there's no Marie and there's no Marvin. Using this ODATA filter, we prevent our flow from querying the whole list every day. We just query the dates that we need. In terms of performance, that's a better way than doing this at a later point in the condition. So hopefully this video might be helpful for some people, and thank you for watching and see you next time.